Okay, now here we go. Let's talk about the 8 qualities of a good link. Now, is there a magic number 8? I don't know. It could be 7, could be 9, could be 6. These are 8 qualities that I came up with, and I think they're good to have in mind. You don't have to take these as hard and fast rules, just as good advice to have, be aware of when you go out there and try to get links. Okay, the first one, this is obvious, but I have to state it. You're interested in the quantity of backlinks to a site and the quality of backlinks to a site. Now let me explain a little bit what we're talking about here. You are interested in a site linking to you. What you need to do is analyze that site and see if you really want that site to link to you. Is it really worth it? So one of the things that when I'm talking about the qualities you're looking for here is how do you know that this site is this a good link to get from this site? Is it worthwhile? So one of the things you're going to do is you're going to look at the quantity of links that site has, as well as the quality. Now you're going to look at the site maybe as a whole, as well as the individual page that is being suggested to you or that you're discussing getting a link from. So you want to know, how many links do they have, and what are the quality of those links? And we'll discuss what quality means in a little bit. You also want to note the amount of traffic that the page receives. Remember we talked about direct traffic. Well, if you like direct traffic, a site that gets a lot of traffic to begin with has the possibility of sending you some of that traffic. A site that gets a little traffic doesn't have much to offer you. So the more traffic on a site, the better the link. Now, we will also be discussing here the location of the link on the page. Not every place on a page is equally valuable. Let me draw a little, kind of like mock website here. Here we go. Here's a website, right? And here's the website. Here's the sidebar on the right, and here's the sidebar on the left. So, where on this page do you want to get your link? Where would it be helpful? What's the best place? You see what I'm saying? I'm kind of like showing different possible places. Like, where would you like to have it, and where is it less valuable? You might say any link's worthwhile. True, any link might be worthwhile, or any place might be worthwhile, but some places are more worthwhile than other places. And remember, sometimes you'll be negotiating money for these links. Well, you need to know about that. You need to kind of think, where on the page is it going to be seen the most? Where you get the most direct traffic from them? Where is going to be the most benefit for you? The next thing we want to consider is the type of page that the link is on. Is it on an article page? Is it on a links page? Is it on a resource page? You got to look at the quality of the page and the type of page it's on, and see, does that page fit in with your overall goals? Next thing you want to kind of consider is the search engine friendliness of the page that is being linking to you, or that is you're considering having linked to you. Do the search engines know about that page? How often do they crawl it? Is it easy for them to crawl it? Is the link done in such a way that you're not going to get any benefit search engine wise from that link? These are questions that you have to figure out and you have to ask and know before you spend time and money trying to get a link. Next thing that we want to consider is the link neighborhood. This is like, where does that website hang out? Is that website hanging out in a place that's going to be beneficial to your goals? Let's say, let's go back to our clockmaker, story. Like, let's say this clockmaker guy hangs out with musicians. Well, that's great. That's great. Musicians are wonderful. I'm a musician. I like music, but that won't help him business-wise. We're talking business here for a second. Not getting away from our personal lives for a second. Well, it's not going to help him business-wise if he's always hanging out with musicians. He's always on the phone with them. When at work, when he has a free moment, he talks to his musician friends. He goes to musician sites. He goes to musician conventions. But he never goes to a clock convention. He never goes around in his neighborhood and makes connections with the other stores that are related to him. He just goes to the music store down the street, or he goes across town to the music store. Well, he's not in the right neighborhood business-wise to further his goals. And if he also talked to you and said, look, I'm in a clocks, make a deal with me, all of a sudden you say, well, you networking-wise, you're not of much value to me because all your connections aren't related to my industry. Well, I don't know if this is the best example or not. This is what I came up with off the cuff of my head. But that's kind of what you want to look at in some ways in terms of a site. If the site is linking time and time again to sites that have nothing to do with their niche or with your niche, So you got to see how much of a benefit is that link going to be for you. It might not be such a benefit. If on the other hand, that site is linking within its natural neighborhood, and we'll discuss what the natural neighborhood is. So then that's a more valuable site, and that's something you want to go after. Next, that I think a quality of a good link is your ability to control the anchor text. We oftentimes think of we say a good link is a good link with the anchor text. Yeah, but can you create that? Well, if it's easier for you to create, it's more valuable for you to go after that link. If it's harder, it's less valuable. And finally, what you want to know is how easy is it for you to get that link? And the link that's easier to get is a more valuable link, at least in my mind. That's it for now. Let's move on to the next slide.